Welcome to Gaming with Stories. Hans Capon, also known as Lord Hanush of Lipa, is a central character in Kingdom Come Deliverance, KCD, and he's expected to return in the upcoming sequel, KCD 2. Here's a detailed backstory on him, including his role in the first game and what we might expect in the sequel.
Keep firing! Don't stop! We need more arrows! Need help here, damn it! You, grab whatever you can and get up top!
What are you doing here? Go and take cover in the keep!
Can't hold out against this onslaught much longer. Go and take cover with the others. Look out!
Where's your weapon?
To the battlements! Move!
Father! Will you come to anoint us before we die?
We'll get anointed after the battles are hands. With booze. Get ready! Prepare to shoot! Position! Loose! Take cover!
A rude awakening, eh? Make it count.
Hans Capon's background. Full name, Hanush, Hans of Lipa, Lipa in Czech, often called Hans Capon due to his youthful, somewhat arrogant demeanor. He is the young Lord Verte, the son of Lord Jan of Lipa, a powerful nobleman in Bohemia. Personality. Initially spoiled, brash, and entitled, Hans matures throughout KCD thanks to his friendship with Henry, the protagonist. He is witty, enjoys women and drink, but also has a sense of honor. Skills. Though not as battle-hardened as Henry, Hans is a trained nobleman, decent with a sword, knowledgeable in politics, and fluent in diplomacy when he chooses to be.
Godwin! Over here! Get up there quick! We have to repel them! Shoot him! Knock it down! that?
Move downstairs! We can handle it here!
We need more archers! Godwin! Get over here! Cross four, join the line! Return fire! What the fuck are you waiting for? Die, you bride! Don't let them have me! For fuck's sake! Fill them with arrows! Get ready for another attack! Let's hope this slows them down. Godwin, draw your sword and follow me. Fucking Wenceslas! Don't let them down! Yeah! But I've got you! Look down the ladder! He's dead! Knock that ladder down or they'll overrun us! Now, boy, oh, mercy! Get the fuck! Come and help me with this fuck! Knock that ladder down or they'll overrun us! Don't let them...
Don't poke at it. Just calm down.
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, fucking you, vat. Jesus. You were only supposed to deliver a message to Trotsky. The most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
that you keep yelling, Sir Hans?
Good gracious, Henry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace. Unfortunately, I was too busy shoveling shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
We shall have to rectify that. I can't have an ignoramus for a personal bodyguard.
Anyway, this Audens, whatever. What does that actually mean?
Audentes fortuna juvat. Fortune favours the brave.
I don't doubt it. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. Doesn't take much bravery.
Christ, Henry, don't be such a stick in the mud. Aren't you glad to be finally out of that hellhole where we can finally enjoy some adventure? See a bit of the world. Meet new women. And simply have some fun.
Sure, but you promised Johannes that you'd be as good as gold, and I'm personally responsible for your safety. Besides, Trotsky's in the middle of nowhere, so I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
God help me, my bodyguard's a monk who can't speak Latin.
Sir, Trotsky.
My word. That is fucking impressive. It makes Perkstein look like an outhouse. Bergov must be made of money. Well, Henry, looking forward to new adventures? Adventures that will become the stuff of legends?
Of course I am. We'll show them what fine fellas have turned up on their doorstep.
You bet we will. We'll hand over our important message and then hop, skip to the nearest tavern. We'll drink to our success and chase some local wenches, eh? But why didn't Uncle Hanush take care of it himself? Unless, maybe he's just testing me.
Aye, it does look like that. He'll hand over all the Ratai estates to you one day, so I expect he wants to be sure you won't botch it.
Of course! How could I possibly botch it up? There are foreign armies rampaging through Bohemia. The king is in captivity, God knows where, and here we are in the middle of it all, carrying an important document. No, I intend to make the most of this trip, one way or another.
You're a bit too keen. You never know what might happen.
Henry, don't be such a lily-liver! Audentes fortuna juvat! Well, enough of the chat. Trotsky's almost within reach.
Sir Hans, how's it looking there in the back?
All good, Oaks. Just keep your eyes on the road ahead.
Exactly. If anything in front of us even looks like it's moving, we want to know.
Keep your hair on, eh? Old Oak's got eyes like a hawk. I don't miss nothing. Sir.
Should we get ready for a fight?
Take it easy, Henry. They're wearing von Bergov's colours. They're from Trotsky.
Surround them! Don't let them get away!
Besides, we won't stand a chance against them.
Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders.
Halt! What are you after here?
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir.
It's not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Leipa.
This is indeed the seal of the Lords of Leipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Leipa is on the side of King Wenceslas. While my master is a member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund. So it would appear we are enemies.
We're not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry, from Skalitz. I serve Sir Hans as a scout and tracker.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band, so why should I trust you?
We want to resolve conflicts, not to stir up more. That's why we're talking here. We have no intention of attacking you. You might be concerned that we're lying about who we are, but we showed you our letter with its seal. That should be enough for you, or is it not?
You don't seem like any messenger to me. More like some uppity brat. Didn't you say you were a tracker? What would you know about documents? Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes.
Don't listen to him, Captain. He's travelling with me for the first time, and evidently he's got a bit above himself. We've come on the orders of Margrave Jobst of Moravia, and we bear a message from Sir Hanush of Leipa, Divish of Tarnberg, and Radzig Kobula. Our message concerns the offer of an alliance that it seems you need as much as we do right now.
All right, then. You may carry on, but put your men in their place, sir, before their impertinence leads you into trouble.
Indeed, I will. Thank you, Captain.
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our way.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall. Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone led a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a way out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God! What kind of a backwater have they sent us to? I just suppose we'll just have to manage somehow. Good luck in hunting down those bandits.
Thomas, Captain at Trotsky. Thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
Farewell.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since there's no tavern within reach, we'll just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them. Come on, fellas. We'll camp here on the bank. At least we can bathe. I stink almost as bad as the rest of you, and you lot are rank.
Off you go.
Hans, Capon, and Kingdom Come Deliverance. First meeting. Henry encounters Hans early in the game when Hans is hunting and treats Henry, a blacksmith's son, with disdain. Their relationship starts rocky, with Henry even being forced to duel him. Friendship development. After being ambushed by Cumans, Hans and Henry are forced to work together. This leads to a series of adventures, including a drunken night in the amorous adventures of Bold Hans Kappan, a memorable quest involving debauchery and a stolen ring. Hunting with Hans, Robber Baron quest, where they take down a rogue knight. Fighting side by side in key battles, such as the defense of Talmberg. Character growth. By the end of KCD, Hans respects Henry as a friend and ally, acknowledging his bravery and skill despite his low birth.
Henry, call that dog to heel. Henry, call that dog to heel.
Come here. What's all the fuss about, Mutt? Are you that hungry? All right, I'll see what I can get for you.
Well, hoorah! Peace at last. That barking was a pain in the ass.
Listen, would you have some scraps for Mutt?
That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
Listen, if you give me that sausage now, I'll bring you something from the feast tomorrow. They'll surely serve us up some real delicacies at Lord von Bergov's castle. And I'll be invited, too.
You might be right. After all, you're a noble's bastard, and Sir Hans always keeps you close at hand. All right then, here's your sausage. And don't forget about me tomorrow. My favourite is boar meat with rosehip sauce and cabbage.
Here, Mutt!
How do you like it here? I'll tell you, it's nothing like home. And have you ever been further than Rattay? No, I never was, but I always wanted to. That's why Oates put in a word for me so I could ride along. Besides, for an adventurous expedition like this, you've got to have the right gear and good horses. And I'm in charge of them. I'm a bit anxious about tomorrow. How about you? Are you worried? A wee bit. But we've got good intentions. Sir Hans is responsible. And sensible too, when it comes to important things. And no doubt Lord von Berghoff is a wise man and he'll hear him out with a cool head. Clever folks can always somehow come to an agreement, can't they? That's right. And also, we're coming with an offer of alliance. I can't imagine what could happen for them not to receive us. Not much chance of that. And you take good care of our horses. I can't say they're exactly whinnying with joy. Don't make fun of me, eh? Whenever they need anything, I take care of it for you. The only thing that bothers me is them cliffs and rocky paths. I hope none of the horses breaks a leg.
Come on, Conrad.
What?
Let's throw a few dice.
For the love of God. How many times do I have to tell you? I ain't playing with you.
Why not?
Because you cheat.
I do not.
Henry, what the fuck was that about?
What was what about?
With that captain. I thought they got us all. The way you provoked him.
Very droll.
You're right. I got a bit carried away.
Well, you shouldn't have. We're lucky they didn't shoot us down on the spot. Did you notice how many of them there were? You better keep your nose out of it next time.
Leave me alone.
I apologise. You're right.
That's all right. I understand how you feel. His tone got on my nerves too. And keep quiet tomorrow in front of von Berghoff. I'm here to do the talking. We'll deliver our message and fulfill our mission. If we arrange a truce with the League of Lords, then Hanush will finally have to take me seriously. Well, since you're so sure of yourself, how about stretching our limbs a bit after that long journey? With a bit of swordplay.
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh? Eh?
All right then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or shall we have a wager?
Let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. You've got armour on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
Hans Kapon in KCD2, What to Expect. While official details are scarce, we can speculate based on historical context and the first game's ending. Political role. Since KCD2 is rumored to take place in early 15th century Bohemia, possibly during the Hussite Wars, Hans may be a key nobleman caught in the conflict.
So, should we start?
Ready? Let's start. Draw your sword.
Hang on. This time, I'll take the lead. Let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Impressed? Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Oh, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence. Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah, but you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard. Nice. For Christ's sake. Good. That's the way. Nice. Good.
Oh, that's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
That's it. Pretty good. Nice. But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready. Good, Henry. Nice. Well, you're not as good as Captain Bernard, but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered, where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right, come on then. Don't get so close to me. Well,
Excellent, Sir Hans.
that's not what you meant to do, is it? Nice.
That's how it's done.
Nice work, Henry.
Aye, got around that nicely.
All right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
All right, 100 groschen it is.
Defend yourself! Off to a good start.
I yield! Enough! Oh, for fuck's sake, you're unstoppable! Oh, you won the bet, fair and square. I'll settle with you when we get to Trotsky. Now let's go and eat. That swordplay gave me quite an appetite.
Conflict. Continued friendship with Henry. Their bond will likely deepen, with Hans possibly aiding Henry in his quest for vengeance or justice. Marriage and responsibilities. Historically, nobles like Hans were often pressured into political marriages. This could be a plot point. Military leadership. If war breaks out, Hans may lead troops, forcing him to grow beyond his playboy persona. Humor and quests. Expect more of his roguish charm, with quests involving mischief, romance, or noble intrigue. Historical inspiration. Hans Capon is loosely based on real Bohemian nobility of the time. The Lipa family was influential, and Warhorse Studios likely took creative liberties to make him a compelling character. Conclusion. Hans Capon is one of KCD's most memorable characters, a flawed but endearing noble who evolves from a spoiled brat into a loyal friend and capable leader. In KCD 2, expect more depth, political intrigue, and perhaps even greater challenges that test his friendship with Henry.